Hello and welcome back to Firm Fridays. This is episode number 3. As always, I'm Jack.
And I'm Max.
And, well, as always, we're here to talk about the latest sneaker news, update, stuff that's been going on. If this is your first time here, then buckle up, because we're about to drop you some knowledge on the sneaker world.
Why not subscribe?
Oh, that's a perfect point.
As well. Why not subscribe? Why not?
We've had so many people watch these videos and tune into the Spotify and do everything over the past 2 weeks, and no one's subscribing, and that's important seemingly. So if you watch on YouTube, give us a subscribe. If you listen on Spotify,
what is it on Spotify?
It's a follow on Spotify.
Yeah, it works, doesn't it?
But thank you anyway for coming in.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How are you doing?
All good.
All good.
All good.
The past 2 weeks I've asked how you are and how your week's been. You've said just work, really.
Well, I've always rushed into the the streetwear and the sneaker talk. So
it's true.
We're improving on that part.
How's your week been?
It's been all right. Do you want to know what I've been doing?
I do want to know what you've been doing, actually.
Been to work.
Yeah.
And then I went to the gym.
No way.
Yeah.
What else?
Not a lot.
I'm so proud of you, mate.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, I've got a little bit of an update just before we crack on. So last week I was talking about how I was going to my first jiu-jitsu lesson.
Yes.
I can confirm that on Thursday night last week, I got kicked the fuck out of doing jiu-jitsu.
Did you get thrown about?
Not a little bit. So the main point was I was wearing my Crocs to a jiu-jitsu lesson. It was my first time going. Crocs were fine. There was loads of people there wearing Crocs.
Well, the guy said, didn't he?
Well, I think that's what Crocs are made for, right? Multifunctional. You don't need no McDonald's. You don't need no cars. We don't need Shrek Crocs. Just good old-fashioned Crocs.
The All Blacks.
I've just outed the fact that I'm wearing Crocs to record this as well. That's incredible.
I didn't turn up. Well, they had no space, so...
No, you could have gone. I mean, it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed it.
Would you do it again?
I'd definitely do it.
You do it again.
Definitely do it again.
Yeah, I was speaking to Jack, friend of the pod. Yeah, he's done that and he said it was super tough.
It's really hard.
Really hard.
I'm not built for it, but I'd do it again. That's my little update from my week. I mean, really, I've got a lot to talk about in terms of sneakers, in terms of what's going on. We've got some more shoes to show this week.
Yeah, got some more pairs. I don't know when we'll do that.
No, we've got some more stuff to put in the Soul Cube, right?
Yeah.
And this is the point. We want to commit a shoe to the Soul Cube every week. This week it's a bit of an Adidas battle, but we'll get more into that soon.
Yeah. So one of the shoes that released last week was super nice. I wish I got a pair in hand just to have a look at them, but it was the Nike Air Max Plus TN 25th anniversary.
See, no, I'm not a massive TN guy.
But we've been liking them more recently.
Yeah.
We have, haven't we? We've had a few.
We had those like blue flame ones, or the blue vein ones, as they're kind of called.
Yeah,
they were really cool. I really liked them.
White. Which ones? There's a lot of blue.
All black, blue.
Yeah.
Veins.
Yeah, the uni blues weren't they? Yeah.
Uni blues.
Black and uni blue.
They were class.
They were nice.
Really liked them.
Yeah.
So with these TN 25th, obviously it's 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
See, my understanding of TN is it kind of covers a few different shoes, doesn't it? TN.
Yeah.
Because there's Air Max, well, no, they're all Air Max TNs, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it covers a few different things, there's a few different models. The only ones I'm really aware of, and the ones that I really liked a few weeks ago with the Cold War collaboration.
Yeah.
What number are they? Air Max 90.
So there were Air Max. There were Air Max Plus TNs. Was it
Air Max Plus TNs. So they don't have a number.
Were they? I don't know why the number 96 is in my head. But
anyway, they were absolutely class.
They were
Cold
cool.
War ones,
the blue pair were super loud.
What's going on with these 25th?
So that with the 25th, they come in a really nice box. You know, it's sort of a bit of a.
We love a good box.
It's sort of a bit of a landmark piece in it, and
I'm a big box guy.
In this article, I think Air Max Plus fans and TN fans had to vote on what the most popular or one of the most iconic TNs, and that's all been put into this shoe.
Oh, class!
Yeah,
it's a bit of a what the TN.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where or what shoes. So we got the Hyper Blue models. I didn't know what they were until I looked at them, and then I'll show you real quick if it loads.
Class. We have a lot of fans of TNs that I've spoken to over the past year or so since I've been looking at more shoes I didn't usually get into. when we were doing a bit of reselling, TNs went really well, went really quickly. They were really popular.
Nike always seem to discount them as well, which
they
makes
do.
it even better.
That was kind of my next point.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're more accessible because they maybe release a lot more. And I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong with that. But they seem like they appeal to a lot more people.
Yeah. With this pair, however, they weren't discounted. There was no discounts. There was a higher retail, I believe, as well.
Really?
Might have put people off.
Were they Nike.com?
Just a Nike app, yeah.
Yeah, class.
Foot Locker as well. Still sitting, I believe. There was a few pairs. I think it was like 20,000.
Oh, wow.
I think so. We could get a pair in hand, I think,
we
quite
could
easily.
Let us know if you want to see us grab some TNs, because we could definitely get some to show off.
Another shoe that it's based off was the Palm. I don't know what that is. the Palm TN.
Cool.
Plus I'll have a look later. But yeah, super nice, I thought.
Class. Well, as I say, TN heads, like, I'm one of those ones. I've said it about like Vapor Max. I've said it about a few different things, really, mainly like Air Max stuff. Let me know. I need educated on TNs.
Yeah, I think they're a cool shoe, interesting shoe. Each shoe always has a community as well. Like, there's a lot of 95 people. There's always these Facebook groups and stuff, and they're really cool.
I'm an Air Max 1 guy. Yeah. I actually don't own any currently, but I feel like my people are the Air Max 1 people. So wherever you are, adopt me into the crowd.
You're definitely after a pair of patters, aren't you? You know, and I think any of the
patters, but the maroon ones.
Yeah, the
maroon ones. The black ones stay away from me, but the blue and the the blue and the orange, I'm all about them. The waves, patter waves, man.
Right. So
what else is going on? I mean, there's a few things that happened in the past week that we can actually show you.
Yes, we'll move on to that, I reckon.
Yeah. So, a few Adidas dropped this week. We spoke extensively about Adidas's like reliance on collaborations, but keeping them alive, but also what they're doing in the collaboration space. Now, this is a plus and a minus, I think, in this case, because I think Adidas are using their platform to kind of build up some designers that we maybe wouldn't have heard of massively in the limelight. Well, in one case, in another probably not. But I'll start with one of the pairs that came out this week. Now, one of these pairs we're going to decide on between us is going to get committed into the Soul Cube this week.
And unlike last week, we've got the shoes prepared, so we don't have to
rustle around.
Yeah, the podcast improves every week, and I've got my mic in the right place, or a better place. So
audio listeners will have to get absolutely like battered by me crunching paper around.
Yeah.
But first up, we've got these are some Adidas Wales Bonners. Now these are Sambas. It's a Samba take. This is the second kind of variation of the Wales Bonners, and they came out with a few different versions. But the ones we have in hand, we'll do a bit of an unboxing because I love taking stuff out of the box.
Might be the other way. Oh no!
No, there we go. So, classic kind of special edition Nike stuff. We always start with a bit of an accessory. Did I say Nike?
Nike or Adidas? Come on.
Did I say Nike?
I think so.
Adidas stuff.
That's a nice.
It's a drawstring bag from Wales Bonner. We love that. I actually really like that pattern. You know,
that's a really.
If this was in a frame, I would put it on the wall.
That's really nice.
Do you know what I mean? It's a really cool pattern.
Super nice.
Wales Bonner on that. Apologies to Wales Bonner and Adidas if I just said Nike. I think I had TNs in my head still. But these are pony tonal Sambas. Now, you'll probably realise why they're pony in a minute. Yeah. Do you want to take that one?
Yeah, should we take the paper out or should we leave
I think we'll take the paper off. Yeah, let's take
it can go back in.
So, good. Adidas Sambas have been popping a lot in the past year. We saw people styling them all which ways. But these have fine pony-like hair on them, right?
Yeah.
They remind me of like cowboy stuff. You know, like cowboy stuff has hair on it, and you're like, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
Few differences from regular Sambas that we've seen a lot with these Wales Bonners is first up the tongue. The tongue.
That's a cool tongue.
The tongue wraps over the shoe.
I think this shoe, I think took a bit of inspiration from old football boots, and you can clearly see.
Yeah.
Looks like I think it's one of the pairs is Kaiser 5 Adidas football boots, and then there's another one as well. I can't remember the name, but so that folding tongue, they're taking inspiration from that.
Oh, that's class from you knowing that.
Yeah, I think so anyway. This is the problem with doing this stuff. If you don't know it, you might get slated. But
a few of the colourways that came out in these were one of the standouts, but also there was a leopard print one.
Oh man!
Now, initially, I thought maybe that's a bit tacky. Like leopard print sometimes is, but maybe because it's overused and it sometimes looks cheap. But genuinely,
they looked pretty cool. Now you say they look a bit tacky, and there was the last Wales Bonner drop. There's that chrome pair.
The chrome.
They're going for a lot of money now on the secondary market.
Really?
Yeah, 100. Oh, it's like 500 quid. I swear, even north of that.
I saw a pair of them sitting in Hip in Leeds a few times. They were probably a smaller size, but I mean, the Wales Bonner collaborations I'm really liking. And
cool.
Listen, I'm not here to talk about the effective collaborations on Adidas anymore because I've done that. I just want to appreciate some cool stuff that's happened this week.
Yeah, nice. I do like these.
I'm going to put these to the side for now.
Yeah.
And then we've got another kind of second,
put them in that one?
Kind of second generation of collaboration that we've got to show. So take it away.
The green Adidas box only means one thing. It's the Sporty and Rich collaboration.
Woo!
I'm gonna take this one with a
of
tag
course,
on.
man. Let's show that off. Another Samba, actually.
Another Samba.
Look at that. For the thumbnail.
Perfect.
Go for it, mate.
So, a lot less to say on these, I think, compared to the Wales Bonner, just because how they are just a Samba. There's not really been a physical sort of change to the shoe.
You're right.
But I think maybe more wearable.
Definitely more. Look at
them. Smell good though, don't they?
Definitely more wearable.
Yeah.
And styleable.
Can't really go wrong. But
you're right. It's very well. It's a Samba, right? So
yeah,
they were both Sambas. One thing I noticed about these straight away, and you picked it up straight away, was there was a few glue marks.
Yeah.
A few. I'll just show you, see if you can see kind of there.
Yeah, I mean
the quality's less. It's not bad.
Yeah, the materials are nice. The materials are way better, more premium than an original Samba. Shame about the glue marks though. But
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've covered Sporty and Rich before in a few like Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
What was the Sporty and Rich lady called? She used to be in all the Complex like Supreme videos and stuff.
Goldberg, Emily Goldberg.
We'll go with that. We'll go with Emily Goldberg.
Don't slate us.
The first. Why don't we just get it up? We have the ability
could do,
to do that.
Just don't want to be.
But we saw the first Sporty and Rich's Sambas, and I actually really enjoyed them. And I do like these. And
Emily Oberg.
Emily Oberg was so close.
Oh my god, we'll get there.
Big up to Emily Oberg. Yeah, these are a standard Samba.
Yeah, these are nice. Premium materials. Shame about the glue.
It might be. Because the Samba hype is dying slightly now.
You think?
Yep. I 100% think that the Samba hype is dying slightly now.
Oh man, I don't know. These collaborations are keeping them alive.
No, I didn't say Adidas were dying. I'm saying that Sambas might be dying. So, these might be a victim this week of just being a bit plain. One thing I really do like is there's a key ring with pearls on. Yeah. I'm going to give you that, and I'm going to grab these.
2 secs. Well, these did release in another colourway.
Oh yeah,
it was like just a white and burgundy, or white and red. They were nice. We go like that.
Cool. So the decision to be made is which one's going in the box this week. We're not really going to do too many head-to-heads, I don't think.
No, it's just an opportunity to do that.
It's a really good opportunity.
Quite.
Now, I'll tell you what I want first.
Yeah.
I think the Wales Bonners edge it, right? And I'll tell you why. It's mainly because they're a little bit different, right? We've got the really big tongue, like there's a bit of pony hair. There's a bit more character to them. And I'm not saying that the Sporty and Riches are bad or that they're not original or anything like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I just take my mic. Because I really do like Sporty and Rich. However, I appreciate a fresh take sometimes. And the Wales Bonners will be my vote for the Soul Cube today.
It's not very entertaining. I'm going to agree with you on that one. 100%. Yeah. I think.
We'll go for the Wales Bonners. Nothing against Emily Oberg.
No. In another week, these could have had it, but I think they're a bit different, aren't they? You don't see something like that every day. I like the football tag with a tongue.
And that bag.
Yeah. We love a good box, don't we? We love a good box, yeah. 100%.
Here we go.
I'll put these back.
Committing them to the Soul Cube for this week. So, as always, Soul Cube. the ultimate sneaker storage.
You should stick to this part.
I'm good at the little ad reads. Soul Cube's the ultimate sneaker storage. I'm going to say this every single week till the death of me.
100%.
This is genuinely where I keep my shoes. And this is genuinely where we keep a lot of the shoes. When these aren't in here, I keep some of my pairs in here, right? So I've told you this before and I'm going to tell you it again. We have a Soul Cube discount code. Right in time for Christmas. So when you get your favourite pairs from under the tree, you can commit them straight to the Soul Cubes and make them protected and display them lovely.
That's it, man.
Use code FIRMED at soulcube.co.uk for a discount at checkout. And if you do, let us know, because I really like it when we save some people some money.
Yeah. We'll,
once again, big ups to Soul Cube.
We'll leave a link in the description, and we got the link tree as well. That's all in there.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
So you can find it there as well. That'll be on Instagram or
Perfect.
the YouTube description.
But that's the sneaker battle for this week. The Wales Bonners are committed. It was a decent battle. It was a decent battle. I really do like the Wales Bonners.
Yeah.
They're a really small size, so it's hard to contextualise on my mammoth feet.
Yeah.
But
so
I'm really happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, nice shoe. They look good in there as well, don't they?
I think there's only really one more thing that happened this week, and it was the Tight Booth Nike SBs that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So these released on Sneakers on Tuesday this week, which was the
14th.
The 14th?
The 14th.
They dropped on Sneakers. Pairs wise, there wasn't a massive amount.
Was the 4,000?
Probably 4,000 pairs.
Which I thought was quite I think that is that quite a lot
for maybe
an SB?
for a like sometimes with like Japanese brands and like brands in Asia, we don't get a lot from them.
Yeah. Them
like
Yuto ones, they were super limited.
This is what I'm saying.
That was half of this stock.
Yeah, but because like they're a brand that maybe doesn't operate as much in like the US and the UK and Europe and things like that, we don't usually get a lot. But you're right, like they were fairly generous with what we got. They were called the Tight Forces. Why do I keep calling them Tight Forces? They were called the Tight Booths. Nike SB Dunks. We spoke about them last week. They were really, really cool. Like the paneling, which had the grates on.
Yeah, that's class. I really wish we had a pair in hand. That would have been good to get one of them.
We did try to get some to
yeah,
show
we,
off
tr-
on
we tried.
here.
Yeah, there was a load of skate stores raffling them. Obviously, the sneakers drop. Don't know if there's anything else.
We just need like as soon as the pull of Firm Fridays is too much and people just start giving us stuff.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no, I don't mean that. I don't mean
Cheers,
that. I will pay for them. Pay for my.
Cheers,
but yeah,
Tight
no,
Booth.
they were sick.
Yeah.
Other than that, did we have some other things come on this week?
I don't think there was anything too crazy.
The UGG thing's still going crazy. Everyone's still going after UGG
Christmas
slippers,
presents and that.
and it's kind of overshadowing a lot of the sneaker market. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it because UGGs are great. That kind of covers everything that's happened since last episode.
Yes.
Now, there's been a few like announcements which we'll talk about later, but really what I want to get to now we're about halfway through is the questions.
Question time.
Question time. Oh my goodness.
I know
I've
them
got
this
the
week
wrong
because I
phone.
panicked. I panicked last week when I got, that question was there and I was
Yeah.
like, I just didn't have an answer. But
2 seconds. I'm going to find these questions for you. So we had a bunch of questions again this week. A bit less than last week, but I'll allow a fall off. But 2 questions we had. Now let's see. I'm butchering this, boys. I'll be right back.
come on.
Okay, so first one is from my man Big Jams. Big Jams asked us a question. This is a bit of a rollover from last week because he asked us it last week. But thank you for your patience, Big Jams, with 3 S's.
Right, let's hear it.
If you could wear one shoe, and one shoe only, don't worry about wear and tear, right? You could have one shoe for the rest of time. What would it be and why? Now, this was such an interesting question, I'll be completely honest. And I've been racking my brains about it for a little while. But I'm kind of interested to hear what you think.
I mean, you could go 2 ways. You could be realistic, or you
Right,
could just be a bit.
Yes, right, yeah.
Come on, you can be a bit
There's
out there.
as long as you justify it, I'm absolutely fine, right? So would forget about wear and tear,
Yeah.
unless they're like a notoriously bad shoe for wear. But like, you can wear one shoe for the rest of time. What is it?
Oh, I think I might have changed my mind last minute.
Okay.
Just. Oh, Right.
So my first thought was like,
I'm taking this super seriously.
what did I wear for a long time? Like my kind of daily drivers, you know.
Yeah.
So I've said before, I've got a lot of Jordan 1s. I've got just a few pairs of Nikes, maybe a couple of pair of Adidas as well, whatever. But I was like, what did I wear for ages and never really want to take off? And my first thought was Puma RSXs. They've got really big soles, really big cushions on the bottom.
Have you had a pair of them?
Yes, that's why I'm saying it. Puma RSXs.
You want them you wanted them in college, didn't you? Did you
I think I maybe had them in college, and I had them for a long time.
Yeah.
But they were super comfy. I don't think I'd have them again, but if I could wear one shoe and be reliable for comfort, kind of look cool as well. Yeah, man, they were great. That was my first choice. Now, that's not my style option.
No.
Right? That was more my comfort option.
Mm.
My other choice would kind of be like, it would be a pair of Air Max 1s.
Yeah.
Because I think you can do a lot with them. Like, you can have them as beaters, and you can have them as quite smart shoes. I think so anyway. You can wear them quite smart. So for class, Air Max 1s. For comfort, Puma RSXs, but I think overall I'll go for Air Max 1s.
Of all time, yeah.
All time, I'll go Air Max 1s.
The one sneaky, yeah.
The bubbles have got comfort anyway.
Right.
But that's me. Air Max 1s for me.
Okay, so I changed my mind back.
We didn't know you changed your mind too.
Yeah, so just from, like you said, what I've worn constantly, it's been the Nike Air Force 1.
Air Force 1?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'd have to wear it. I pretty much have worn it.
Yeah.
So
you've still got
for ages.
Which one are yours?
So I've had quite a few pairs of the white ones, but also I had a pair of the Rockefellers.
The Rockefellers.
I had them. There's some Rockefeller Air Force 1s.
Did you burn them into the ground?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
they were destroyed. So I had a pair of them, and then just a standard pair of Air Force 1s, and then I've still got them. They are battered as well.
Yeah.
And then I've got the Nocta Air Force 1s. They're my current ones. The all white, I just think.
I like those. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with the all whites.
Air Force ones.
Yeah, I mean, even if you had the black pair, Air Force 1s for me, just classic, versatile. It's got to be.
I've only had one pair of Air Force 1s.
Yeah.
And it was, they had I can't remember what they were called, but they had a swoosh. The swoosh on them just said just do it in typewriter text all over it.
I think I remember that.
They were really cool. They kind of did a few things in that style. And whatever,
I remember.
I had them, and I'll be real, they were really comfy, but they definitely are run them into the ground kind of shoes, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, they get to a point where they're all creased up, and you might as well just run them into the ground. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But cool. Well, two Nike shoes.
Yeah.
We've gone for two Nike shoes.
What does that say? Eh? My second one would have been a Yeezy.
Okay, that's good. I'd mention that so we can come away from Nike.
So, the shoe because I was originally set on Air Force 1, then I changed my mind to Yeezy, and then
which Yeezys?
700. It's a bit of a rogue one, but I really love the Wave Runner. And I've heard so many good things about them. There's also, I don't know if it's the second, what they call the 700 V2s. I don't know if it's one of them, but there's a Salt pair and the sort of, can't remember the other one, but all them sort of beige tones. I love that. Yeah. I'm really on board with that. I think 700. I've not owned a pair, but I've heard really good things, and I really want a pair. So
I think, you know what, we did really well there.
Yeah.
Because I said let's stay away from Nike, but I did a Puma pair. We both did a Nike pair, and then you did an Adidas.
Yeah.
So overall, covered all bases.
100%.
But
it would be Air Force 1. 100%.
Air Force 1 for you, and I'd say Air Max 1. But no, class. We did really well there. Thank you very much, Big Jams, for asking the question. You're more than welcome to ask more questions. I will entertain them whenever. Second question was from Strafe Pappy of the Metric Mates, Pappy Radio.
Right, yeah.
Of the Metric Mates podcast. He asked us, how much individually have we spent on a pair of shoes?
Yeah.
Now, we can interpret this a few ways, because we did a bit of reselling. We did a bit of reselling individually, we did a bit of reselling together, and we've also bought our personal pairs.
What should we say? I think
I mean,
Should
you
we
can
stick to-
start with this
Yeah,
one.
should we stick to personal?
I think we'll
or-
start. Yeah,
I
let's
think
stick to personal.
that
because
might be where the question's aimed at most.
Definitely,
but we can
yeah.
we can talk sneakers
Crack
anyway.
on.
So for me, I think. Oh, it might be. I'm going to switch it up because I've mentioned the Ultra Boost
Mhm.
before. I'm pretty much the same price they were. So the most I spent, are we saying the price?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
It's nothing too crazy. 145 quid.
Okay.
145 pounds for a pair of Nike Dunk Low lottery greens
Oh yeah, you had a lot
in that malachite green. Yeah, I bought a pair of them for resale just after the release, I think, because I really wanted a
Yeah,
pair.
they were dropping everywhere as well, weren't they?
Yeah, all that whole jackpot pack.
Yeah.
That's when we also started taking reselling a bit more
Oh
seriously as
God,
well.
yeah. Do you
'Cause
remember that?
we
day?
got the grey pair. Yeah, I know. We went to York, didn't we?
We got the grey pair in. We drove to Size in Leeds,
In Leeds.
which is maybe a 45-minute drive.
Mm.
Drove to Size in Leeds. This is when we kind of just started reselling together.
We were running around Leeds like headless chickens, man,
Right.
trying to find somewhere.
Jumped into Size. They had one pair of like 8s or something like that. The lottery dunk packs,
Are you
right?
sure they had them in Leeds? I swear they.
We either got them or we didn't get them in Leeds,
Yeah.
right? So then what we did was we went, oh, there's another Size in York. So we drove from Leeds to York, grabbed a pair there. We did grab a pair there.
That was because your mate went across the road in morning. Do you remember that
Oh,
lad that
bro,
were
I got plugs. I
Yeah.
had York plugs.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why.
Yeah, we only had that pair because when we rocked up,
Yeah.
we saw did we see like 2 or 3 pairs outside,
Yeah,
and
we
we
kind
saw
of bottled it. I'll
we,
be
we,
honest.
we shit our pants and just panicked because anxiety and being sociably awkward, I think.
Yeah.
And so we went upstairs into the clothing bit, and we were sort of thinking, and then we're like, right, we're gonna do it. Go downstairs. Some lad who works at JD has like all of them. I think there was.
Oh, he
I think it was like 2
did.
or 3 pairs. Yeah. So he took
He had
like
2 bags full.
Yeah, he had 2 bags full of shoes.
Two
and-
like JD
so
bags.
yeah,
full,
that was
them in.
that was a
Yeah, we bottled
big-
it on that.
That was a
scenario.
learning.
We did
curve,
end up
but-
getting some. Yeah, no, but it was because I was sending people to go in and grab them for
Yeah,
us.
that's
and
what
then,
that
like,
was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's funny
so
though.
yeah,
Yeah, the amount we spent on shoes
Yeah,
is the question.
Yeah, that's when we were. I mean, we started getting cool shoes in, and I was like, oh, for God's sake, man, I just want to take a personal pair.
Mm.
So I just did a bit of I don't know if it's an impulse buy, but yeah, I bought them, and then I got rid of them because they were getting creased and battered. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to move on.
That's a shame. The quality wasn't the best on them.
No. I think the quality maybe would have been better than a Panda, but you still
Yeah, the
after
Panda
one or
quality
two
got
one or
awful.
two wears and you creased.
So 145.
145, yeah.
I had to think about this question, right? And a lot of shoes that I have now, I didn't buy for myself. People bought them for me.
Yeah, this is true.
Or like I kind of just didn't really spend a lot of money on them. So I bought some a few years ago. I bought some shattered backboards.
Were they shattered backboard?
can't
I can't remember, man.
Anyway, I bought some Jordan 1s. I was in
Yeah.
Selfridges in Manchester just randomly, and I paid about 115 quid, I think, for some Jordan 1s.
Were they mids?
It was a few years ago now, and I've still got them, but they're a bit battered. I don't spend a lot of money on shoes for myself is the main thing. Like, I definitely will.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like,
This
I
is
will
the
have a
thing, innit?
moment where I will, but for myself, like, I've got a lot of runners that I take. I mean, I drive a lot of shoes every day, so
Yeah.
I don't replace them that too often. If I could spend a lot of money on shoes,
That's a different question. Right?
yeah, no, like there's a few pairs that I would spend on, right? So we've said it before, like the Patta Waves, I'd spend silly money on them.
Unreal.
Probably all of them. I'd probably get them all. Probably some more Yeezys.
Comfort.
Not even just comfort, mate, but like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Some 700s, man.
yeah, good.
No,
I'd take
quality.
some 700s.
Quality.
Yeah, but overall, mine's probably about 120 quid for personal pairs, right? I spent a lot more money for stuff that I don't wear and just having a collection, or we've kind of sold on.
Mm.
But a good question overall. I hope we answered that well. I don't know if we did.
Well, Did we go off on a bit of a tangent?
We did.
We did. But this is
disappeared.
what it's all about, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We did,
But that was asked by, as I say, by Dan from Metric Mates, Strafe Pappy / Pappy Radio.
Yeah.
He streams on Twitch sometimes, and he is on part of the Metric Mates podcast. So go check that out. They're doing a Crisp World Cup at the minute.
The Crisp World Cup.
So
okay.
I think they're at the round of 16 now.
Okay.
Where essentially they've just been having a big tournament and rating crisps and seeing which gets to the final. It's genuinely quite entertaining to watch.
I bet it is. What is it all like? So, is it just sticking to Walkers or other?
Oh no!
Is it all
no holds barred. So Scampi fries,
not just flavours, but the whole different...
prawn cocktail quavers were in there as well. Like it's been quite rogue. So if you want to catch up with that, Metric Mates, I'll put a link in the
sounds good
in the description of this video, and also I'll be appearing on that podcast at some point soon.
Absolutely, man.
But we'll conclude question time there. I don't like to do more than 2 because I want to give everyone a chance every week, and I want something to talk about.
Yeah, because they're flooding in.
Because they're flooding. Hey, don't be like that. I'm gonna say this again. Right at the end of Spotify, if you're an audio listener, you can drop a question. You can ask me anything, and you can ask Max anything, and I will answer it.
It's entertaining. It's good. It's
anything.
Good to see.
Anything. I will. But yeah, genuinely, I really appreciate the amount of engagement we're getting. We're putting out a lot more clips and stuff of the podcast, just doing a bit of promo here and there. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can comment, you can subscribe, you can go to the Instagram, you can drop a DM. I really like people to subscribe at the minute because we've got like 7.
Smash it, just you know that, just click it, just take your mouse and just
take your mouse
take your mouse
take your mouse
and
click
just
that.
Take
your trackpad on your laptop,
and why not click the bell icon as well.
There you go, perfect.
Getting into this whole YouTubing thing. Right, so
what we got next?
Bit of news, bit of Adidas Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You told me about them.
I was
today.
telling you about
these.
Yeah. So, the one thing I've been really excited about in the news this week, the sneaker world news, not just like what's coming out, but kind of an announcement of what's going on. So, Adidas collaboration. Whoa.
Yeah. It's not going to be anything but a collaboration at this point. Come on.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think a lot of people did in various forms, but I had like the big truck that fired pizza out the front.
Quality.
Class. They're doing a collaboration with the brand Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to make a shell toe superstar.
Just fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is, man. They're like a leather superstar, and the green leather looks a bit like turtle skin kind of shit.
Really nice.
There is so it goes back to like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the comics, the original ones, where they all wore red.
They all wore red, did they?
They all had red.
So they didn't have different
colours. Do you have a favourite Ninja Turtle?
Don't know, but I was obsessed with Shredder.
Fuck.
He was cool.
I didn't expect you to be like, yeah, I love the bad guy.
He's cool though.
No one's ever said that.
I don't
know. No one, when asked who's your favourite Ninja Turtle, said I don't know, but I like Shredder.
I just had like I just remember the action figure that I had of him ages ago. Yeah. Like...
My favourite was Raphael. He was the one with the sigh, like the pointy things. But as I've grown up, I think I lean slightly towards Donatello.
Bit of Donatello, yeah.
Bit of Donatello, but Raphael will always have my heart.
Yeah, that's the first thing. The first thing that crops up about in my head about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is not the turtles. It is Shredder. Shredder. He's class. He's class.
Either way, these shell toes, I don't think I've seen them a lot, kind of floating about, but I don't know how hyped they'll be when they come out. Do we have a release date that we've seen?
2024, early 2024.
Early 2024.
Yeah, I can't see these being super hyped. They sell out. I mean, it's just a really cool collaboration. There's a lot of stuff coming out news wise, but I think this one's just a bit different.
One thing you saw as well, which I kind of failed to see, was the packaging that they've been. It's the packaging that they've been promoted in. So it's never finalised until they're in hand. But you get the soles which have kind of pizzas on, and but the only way we can describe the packaging is the Marvel Bapesters.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, like that.
It's like an old school action figure. You peel off the back.
Really nice, and it's got all the comic book strip around it as well. It's just packaged up perfectly. And this is it. When you get a good collaboration, it always includes a really nice box, you know.
It does.
Or whatever that is. It's just like
we love it.
Packaging for a toy. Really nice details, man.
That's definitely what's excited me this week. But there's a few like fine details on it which I really appreciated. Like the Adidas on the back is written in the font like they used to write kind of the comic in, and it's kind of outlined.
Ooh, I reckon that's Italian. There's some detail on the tongue there.
Yeah,
that's really nice. I can't read it. I'm not going to do Italian.
That's alright.
But
they are great.
Some nice details just looking.
When they do come out, I will endeavour to get some and I will show them off because I think
definitely.
they're quality.
Yeah, I'd love to see them. Right.
There's a few other bits of news, but there's been one that's kind of been plaguing us for a while, and I didn't know whether to talk about it.
You could talk about it every week at this point because it's so relevant. It's so relevant in it. But Yeezy and Adidas are back in the news. We've had a few Yeezy days, haven't we? Yeezy weeks as well, where there was the last one that was all sort of every single day of the week.
Big drops as well. We were getting big re-releases.
Yeah, some iconic silhouettes.
350.
Like
they burnt the 350 market to the ground.
Yeah,
they did. They torched it.
That's it.
Everyone used to love 350s. If you saw a 350, you knew it was a Yeezy, and there were so many fakes, like it was mental.
Yeah.
But with these past few Yeezys, they've just torched it.
Yeah, I think before. I mean, it's hard to say because when the Onyx Yeezy 350 V2s came out, when they released, they all released through Adidas, and like a normal release, they would be releasing through other retailers like JD and yada yada yada. But when all the pairs are going through Adidas,
yeah, it was nuts, wasn't it?
Yeah, the bots go crazy. So.
I mean, the big story is the amount of stock that they keep claiming to have. Yeah. So you've got the figures, but
so there were obviously we've had 2 Yeezy days or Yeezy weeks, whatever you want to call them, this year. There was one supposedly supposed to happen in November, but Adidas have paused that. So it's whether the.
So what have they actually said?
So
not. We can, as I say, we can talk about this every week, but the main point of this week was the sheer vast amount of stock that they still have left. Is it something like 300 million?
Yeah. So they've got 300 million pounds. I think it's pounds or euros in stock.
Euros.
And Adidas aren't sure on what they're going to do.
They just don't know what to do.
No, they don't know what to do. They don't know if financially. They've made a decision yet.
Yeah.
But I think they'd like to. They hope that they can do more, and obviously donate proceeds.
It's such a tricky situation. It's really difficult, and I don't want to weigh in on it too much and have a bad take. But what I think is, they need to release it from a few different points of view.
Yeah.
From a point of view of, Yeezy's been such an iconic brand for the past, let's call it 10 years. Call it 8 to 10 years, right? Yeah, something like that.
Potentially more, but...
It will sell. It will sell. Someone will buy it.
Yeah.
Second thing is just the environmental damage of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot... 300 million euros of shoes. I don't know how many pairs that could possibly be, but it's so much.
Yeah.
We can't just bury it.
No, so...
The final thing is...
Wow.
We need to be... If this is what people want, we need to be able to have these Yeezys without Kanye West. And I don't mean that in a way where
you think that should happen?
I'm not saying let's have an opinion on Kanye West at all, but what I'm saying is this stock, regardless of the Kanye situation, this should be allowed to be a thing for people.
Yeah.
Because Yeezy isn't Kanye West. It can be without him for this.
What do you mean by that? So you're separating Kanye from the Yeezy brand, or
not going forward? I don't care if after this Yeezy dies. I don't care if Yeezy dies after this.
Yeah.
I think after this law,
probably will. Yeah.
We can get rid of it. That's fine.
Sort of €500 million would have been spent to rid Adidas of this issue.
I think this is what I mean by that, right?
Crazy.
So let's talk about ridding Adidas of this issue. I think the products aren't the issue, is it? The issue is they no longer work with Kanye West for reasons which, I'm not going to talk about.
Yeah,
it's not for me to weigh in on. But it's made. There is a product. It's made. Yeezy can be Yeezy. The designs can be the designs without Kanye West right now. They need to be out there. People need to have them. And then if Yeezy closes down after that and we never see Yeezy again, fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. I
can see that happening, and I just think Adidas just need to get rid of the problem. Just
Yeah.
do it. Just that's.
I think they worry too much about their share price and everything like that, and I think that's what's going on.
But a lot of the money goes to charity, so why? Don't...
We never. Well, I didn't hear a lot of where it actually went, but that's by the by. Like you're right, but that's their profits that they give to charity as well. It's not profitable for them to sell.
In this article, it says Adidas are already set to make a positive impact by allocating 140 million euros from this year's Yeezy drops to organisations dedicated to combating yada yada yada.
Cool. So yeah, that's great. That is really
no
good.
name drops of the charities there, but
let us know what you think, right? Because the
on
Yeezy conversation's been going on for, let's call it 2 years, 3 years now.
I think since this whole big bust up with Adidas, it was last October. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was last October.
But obviously Kanye West is quite a polarising figure in terms of his opinions and what he says and what he does. And as I say, I'm not here to comment on that because I talk about shoes. But let us know what you think the plan should be for Yeezy. Like where should they go? Do you know? Do you have an opinion? Let us know.
Yeah.
Class.
So, should we talk about some upcoming releases?
We definitely could.
Should we do that?
We definitely could. There's been a few, like this coming week.
Yeah.
There's a few things we can.
So this week we'll start off with Sean Witherspoon, Adidas Gazelles.
He's not called Weatherspoon.
Witherspoon. I said Witherspoon.
You said Weatherspoon.
You said Nike when you held.
Run the tape.
I'm pretty sure I said Witherspoon.
You still sound like you're saying Weatherspoon.
Sean Witherspoon. Wother.
You're saying Weatherspoon still.
I'm saying Wother.
Say it slower.
Wother.
I
don't know. Maybe it's the accent. Do you wanna? Over to you.
Sean
Witherspoon.
Previously worked with Nike. He's done a fair few collaborations with Adidas and Hot Wheels as well.
He has done Hot
Wheels collaboration, which I thought was fairly interesting.
So
what's he up to?
So these are releasing on the Confirmed app this Friday. So the day this goes out, let us know if you get any pairs for yourself. But they're going to be retailing for £120. They're not dropping just on Confirmed. There'll be, your sites like Offspring, End, all the usual suspects and stuff like that. So keep your eyes out if you're interested in a pair.
I do like them. I'm ready for them. I do like my mum actually.
They're a nice pair.
My brother actually gifted my mum the the Adidas ones where the
Were they the ones with the flowers?
The flowers and all the dangling lace thread stuff. My mum's got a pair of them. She rocks them. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're a nice pair. I feel like they look a bit familiar, like they're sort of inspired by another shoe, but I'm not too sure. Nice pair altogether.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them.
So they'll be releasing this Friday, £120. I think why not? We'll try to get a pair in. Why not?
Yeah.
Sort of show them off and stuff.
Yeah. Use code FIRMED at soulfood.co.uk for a discount.
So the second pair we can talk about this week is the Air Jordan 4 Craft in the olive colourway.
Ooh, crafts again.
Nice. Yeah, that's going to be on.
Are they nice?
I think they're nice.
Let's talk about it.
I think they're nice. I think they're nicer than the Photon Dusts.
So I'm a bit tarnished by the Photon Dusts because the last Air Jordan 4 Crafts, I was so excited for them. So the Seafoams, which are on this lovely print here, by the way, firmed, and the Crafts came out almost like a week or two within each other. So Seafoams and Craft came out at the same time. We were all proper excited for them. The Crafts looked cool.
Yeah.
They did look really cool. When I got them, I was like, they're a bit basic. They're kind of ruining the all put together vibe of, I think, Jordan 4s.
Yeah.
We've seen like the Motorsports, the PSGs, the Fire Reds.
Yeah.
And then these came along and they were like, oh, it's a fresh take, but also what came out a few months around there.
So
the SBs,
the
Jordan 4 SBs. So they were a bit overshadowed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like trying to do something a bit new, and then they've also got a big release also almost alongside it, or like you said with the SBs a bit later on. I think with the Crafts, I like them. Jordan have been going off on this craft wave for a lot of this year.
There's some one craft.
Some different pairs and different takes. I like the caging. There's the caging that's sort of all there. The materials are nice. I think they're a bit more premium, right? But I think the colour is super relevant for this time of the year.
Yeah,
I think.
It's a nice green.
More wearable, I think, because that grey was a little bit loud. I think. On the
I wouldn't call it an olive. They are called the olives, but I think it's more of like a khaki.
Yeah, I think people are giving them all sorts of different colourways. It's all that khaki sort of olive sort of vibe, man. But
Nice though. It is nice.
yeah.
The craft thing, I get a bit of a
So
headache from it.
also with the craft comes with higher retail. So on sneakers, £200,
Right.
and then on end when you include shipping, you're talking 205, and then on size 215, including shipping altogether. Yeah, so the price goes up. I don't know.
You can get them on sneakers. Get them on sneakers, basically.
Super easy cop, I think, though, because there's a lot of pairs. I think there's gonna be loads.
Well, I think as well. The crafts, the last crafts, the Photon Dusts, were sitting in like Foot Lockers and stuff for ages.
Yeah.
Absolutely ages.
We went to Leeds, didn't we?
Move your hand away from the mic. You keep covering your microphone.
So we went into Leeds, and
just there.
This was a couple of months after the drop as well.
Yeah, no,
there was
while
a pair just rocked up, and it's just like, oh my god, still sitting, you know.
Similar to those Canyon Purples though. So when the Canyon Purples came out, they launched on Sneakers Day. They were like one of the first pairs I bought through sneakers. Like, and
that was
actually
it,
won and was gassed about it.
That was it, wasn't it?
But they sat for ages, and I thought they were amazing. They were similar to Crafts actually.
Yeah,
similar kind of vibe.
Yeah, they were a similar kind of vibe. But yeah, with these expensive pair of Jordan 4s, but pretty accessible, I think now.
You can probably grab,
especially where the Jordan 4 market's at. I think.
Was there some M&Ms that looked like that, or was it some Travis Scott or something like that? It was a similar colourway.
I think there's a pair just off the top of my head. A pair of Travis Scott Friends and Family Jordan 4s. Oh no, you're right. I think it's Eminem. Is it Eminem undefeated? Eminem undefeated.
Good job we have the internet.
Yeah,
It'd be useless.
Sneakerheads that kind of
we
know
don't
what we're
know a lot
about.
anyway.
We just talk. We like it. We talk
we
shit.
Do well,
Jordan
we do well.
4.
Just
yes, you're right.
Oh no, you found. Oh, so some M&Ms. Look at me, shining. So they look similar.
I think you're right.
Similar colour though, isn't it?
Jordan 4 undefeated, super similar colour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much. I think that's where a lot of the market might come from. Same when we saw the canvases, the black canvases, and then there was the black cats. Yeah. People were comparing them a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get like the next best thing. So, no, super nice though. I really like them.
Yeah, and then definitely worth noting. Raffles are going live for the April skateboards SBs. Yes. So I was scrolling along and you see all the the skate shops are sort of starting to raffle them off.
Big up Welcome Leeds.
Not them yet, but I'm sure they will. There was a few that I saw today. So get following the skate shops and try and get a pair of them. But
absolutely. We mentioned them last week. We'll mention them again this week.
Yeah.
Potential for sneaker of the year.
Yeah, potential. I think it's the 27th they're going to release.
Okay. We've got another episode between then, so we'll probably talk about them next week.
Yes, absolutely. They'll be there until. I'd love to get a pair as well. We've got to show the people.
Too right. We've been waffling on. This might be one of the longer episodes we've done. So. Episode 3. So I kind of think we'll wrap it up. There's a few things I do just want to mention. Right. This poster behind me. I do want to make them readily available. I want to gauge the market, see if anyone would like one, and we'll maybe start selling them. This is a picture of a Jordan 4 Seafoam, kind of with the firmed logo and the firmed kind of, what's it called? Patterns kind of in the back. We'll call it a pattern. But I designed this, so if anyone's after some cool quality sneaker prints, maybe we'll look at making them.
They look good on the
available.
Wall. They look really nice.
As always, big up to Soul Cube. If anyone has any recommendations for what to put on the shelf, we have kind of a new addition who's moved down a bit. That's Rey Mysterio. But overall,
I think that's it, innit? Just
thank you so much for coming back. Yeah. We've had a few technical difficulties in this episode, but we're still working on it. I hope the audio sounds a lot better.
Yeah, and as always, thank you for your support. It is class.
If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow. And ask us some questions for next week. But until then...
See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.